Hey guys, how are you? This is Ernest Makulilo, and today I'm here with one important discussion about the immigration lawsuit, the DV lottery lawsuit, because many people have been sending me so much documents, so much videos. Oh, can you talk about this one, especially the winners of the DV lottery 2020, and how that is going to affect them or benefit them? So I say, okay, in the end I have to make this video because people are requesting what will be the status of it. Will the people be compensated? Will be given the lottery, their visa to come to America? There are so many things in that particular lawsuit, but whether they are going to win or not going to win. And as you know, I'm not an immigration lawyer, so what I'm going to talk about is what I have read. And special here I have one of the person sent to me part of the lawsuit was supposed to pay $1,000. I told it don't pay, and I explained why. So the attorney sent another contract to say that, okay, there is no problem, so I put you $0, you don't pay now, but if we win, you'll pay me $1,000. So I will explain all those kind of situation, and overall I'll give you the warning to be very, very careful at this time so that you cannot be scammed, because you never know what is going to happen. Welcome everyone, this is Ernest Makulilo. Today is your first time to come here. You are in the right place at the right time. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share these videos to others. So without further ado, let's continue and go straight to the points. Okay, I said today I'm going to talk about the immigration lawsuit, the DV lottery lawsuit. So let me start. Two things happen. Number one, overall the bigger one is coronavirus. With the coronavirus, embassies were closed. Most of the embassies closed around March, mid-March, all around the world. People didn't have the opportunity to be interviewed. Then some of the embassies have started opening maybe mid of June, but mostly they are starting opening this July, going to August. So most of them, they have already opened. But in the middle of June, when we had a 60 days travel ban, suspension, which was from April to June, and June 22nd, the suspension was expanded. Suspension expanded to include certain type of visas beyond the immigrant visas, especially green card visas, which is affecting most of the green card lottery winners. It went to affect the H1 visas, some of the J1L visas, and some of those kind of visas. So the extension from June 22nd to December 31st, what does that mean to the DV lottery winners of the DV 2020? Those DV lottery winners of 2020, let me go back, people, to understand. The DV 20 winners are the one who applied in the year 2018. The results came out May 2019. They started processing on October 1st, 2019, and they're supposed to end processing on September 30th, 2020. That is supposed to be the last day to do the interview. So with the suspension to be expanded, to be extended also until December, it means they will be out of the window of the fiscal year 2020 because they cannot be able to do the interview. So with that basis, the winners are, some of the lawyers or winners, whatever, they are organized a lawsuit to sue the government in order for these people who have won the DV lottery to be given the green card. So, for all who have known me, I would prefer to talk with the truth, and this is the point. I know some people, they want to hear certain ways on how to tell people to make it just like, okay, this is going to happen in this way. I will tell you the truth, what is happening, and whether you like it or not like it. And this is not politics, so don't put, because I've seen some people, they come here all the time, oh, you are against the government, you are supporting the government, you are supporting this, you are against this. It's not about this. Let's go to the truth, whether the people who have won the DV lottery, when they will be given the interview, whether it will be, they are going to take the people who have won to be put into the 2021, or the lawsuit, they will win and they will be given the visa. Let's talk the truth. So I'll start with number one, before the lawsuit. The winners of the DV lottery, because the end date of the interviews for the winners of DV 2020 is September 30th, 2020. So if you don't do the interview by that date, game over. And obviously, you cannot do interview because even if you go for the interview, they will not give you the visa. Because the suspension is until December. So basically, you cannot be able to give given. So the Department of State, last month, when they did that suspension, when President Trump did the suspension, went ahead and decided to go and answer questions direct from the Twitter account. And one of the questions was, the winners of the DV 2020, will their benefits will be rolled over, will be also put to be allowed to be interviewed after the suspension? And the answer was clear, blank, no any other things. They said the law doesn't allow to roll over, to take those benefits, to move them to another year, because the end of one fiscal year starts of the next fiscal year. So if you don't interview by September 30th, it's over. You cannot go and move to another year. And the law is clear, they will give the maximum visas for 1 year. The maximum number of visas to be issued for the main applicant is 55,000. So we cannot go to move. If you move this one to another fiscal year, you are going to add the number of many applicants to be more. Yes, I know this pandemic is something which no one expected, so we can have some flexibilities. But if you go by the law, Department of State is clearly stated that they are not going to move that way. So that is not me, is what the Department of State said. If you want, I can put the link here where they have been able to answer those kind of questions and where they have been able to explain that way. So let's go to the lawsuit. You're going to sue the government so that you can be given the green card. I will start with the two things to make sure that we understand. I'll start with the example for not green card lottery. I will start with the maybe student visa or tourist visa. Let's say with a student visa, you apply University of Harvard or University of California, San Diego, or University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, or you apply the University of Chicago. You got admitted and you go to scholarship, full scholarship, and even the flight ticket they pay for you. You go to apply for the visa, you pay for the visa. You have your passport already. Took the pictures which are needed for the passport. You took the bus, you go to the US Embassy for the visa interview. And during the visa interview, they don't give you the visa. The question is, can you sue the government? Can you sue the US Embassy for denying you the visa? Because you have a scholarship, you have admission with a scholarship, and you have done already application, you paid the application fee. Will you be able to sue the US Embassy to force them to give you the visa? No. Why not? Simple. To be given the visa is not your right. It is a privilege. They can give you the visa or not give the visa. They can give you the reason why they deny. They cannot give you the... What you can do will be reapply. I'm talking for the other type of visas. Like if you apply for a student visa, if you are applying for tourist visa, you can reapply for the visa, but you cannot go to the court, US Embassy refused me the visa or the entry to their country. You cannot be able to do that. You cannot go to sue the government, the US Embassy, to ask them to give you the visa fee you paid. You cannot. But that is a little bit different. That is something different from green card lottery. But that difference, still there are some of the things which are similar. Number one, when you apply for the DV lottery, and the first day you open, you find the PDF says you have been randomly selected for the DV 2020. You were the winner, or DV 2021. They say clearly, being randomly selected is not a guarantee to come to America. They are taking more winners. And you must meet all the qualifications to be able to come. You can go to the US Embassy, especially this time. You can have your bachelor degree. You can have 5 years of experience. Now they can say, oh, but if I look at these documents, you might be a public charge in America, so I cannot be able to admit you. You cannot go to sue the government to ask them to give you your money back for police clearance record, for the medical fee you paid, which is more than almost 500, your passport, the visa fee. You don't go to request that. And unfortunately, you can be able, on the good thing about the immigrant visas, especially like a green card, you are allowed to submit extra document to prove that it's not appealing. You prove that maybe the mistake they did, the mistake in decision compared it to a non-immigrant like a tourist visa. So that is number one. But assume you go to the US Embassy for visa interview for the DV lottery and they denied you the visa. Still, you cannot go to sue them to force them to give you the visa to come to America. No, you can't. The basis of this one, it has two parts. There are people, I'm going to classify the people who can be able to get a chance of getting a little bit of the win, and the people cannot get the win from this lawsuit. There are people who are the winners of the DV Lottery 2020. They were given the date of the interview. Your interview is March 20. Go and do the medical. You paid for the medical already. And then pandemic came, they closed. Then they didn't do the interview. Then they suspend until the end of the year. There are that group number one, which there are very few. The second group, which is the larger group, are people whose case numbers is still very far. They were not even given the date to do the interview. So for that case, they haven't done their medical yet. You see, those are two different categories. So the person who was given the interview date and was supposed to do the medical has a chance, because being winner of the DV lottery, filling the DS260 is not a guarantee you'll be given the date to go to the interview. So what base are you using? I'm the winner. So what if you were the winner? They will tell you, we have to tell you for the visa interview. Unfortunately, we didn't send you the document for the visa interview. But let's start with the people who have been doing the visa interview. What will be their main case? Their main case, in my opinion, and in the normal way, you can sue the government and win on one portion. The portion of a refund of medical fees. Because the US government told you on this day, go to do the interview. But before you go to do the interview, they instructed you go and do the medical. If you have 3 people, maybe it's 1,400 or it is 1,200, depending on the expenses on that particular country. But most of the time it's 400 to 500 per person. I don't know how many you are in the family. So let's say you are 3 people, is 1,500. What you can sue and you can win, it will be for those people who have done their medical already. The US government, the KCC, told you go to the US, go to do the medical at these people. These are certified physician. We want you to go and do, and you paid the money, and you are waiting for the interview. Those people can either get their money back, which obviously they have to be given their money back, or those people can be able to be given the exception of being given the green card if they win. If it goes to that extent, they will be given higher consideration, those people, than the one who has never even been given the interview date. But likely they will be given their money back. But if you don't have the interview date, your interview, maybe your case number was 40,000 and the interview maybe was expected to be in June, and you haven't even done the medical, so you are suing to do what? You are suing to force them to give you a green card. It's not your right. It's a privilege. You cannot force them to give you the visa to come here. They can even ban you forever to come to the country. Let me give you the example. The people who are in the travel ban countries, Tanzania and all other 13 countries. If you are the winner of the DV lottery and you are coming from the country like Somalia, Tanzania, all the other countries that travel ban, you are allowed to go to process to do the medical. You'll be given the interview date as normal. But if you show up to the US embassy, they are going to deny you the visa. Why? Because your country is on the travel ban. So once you are the winner of the DV lottery and you are coming from the travel ban, you have to pray to God that your country will be removed before the end of that fiscal year. So if you are the winner of the DV 2020, you are from the country which is on the travel ban, basically you cannot be able to be given the visa. The travel ban, for instance, the newer one came out in February. The Tanzanians, for instance, I know some Tanzanians, they had the letter for the interview in April. They were not allowed to do the interview. Even if they went there, they were denied. It's the same like this one. This assumes just like a travel ban. So you cannot go and force to lift these requirements just to give you the green card because you have won. If we are forcing this issue to make sure that we are making sure that the lawsuit we have to win, we have to be given the green card, the same ground they have to use for the countries under the travel ban. If the winners from the travel ban say, oh no, but you put us in the lottery, you allowed us to apply, why can't you completely block us to apply? So, in my opinion, I'm not an immigration lawyer, you can talk to a lawyer, but there is a likely you cannot be able to go anywhere with this one. The only people who can be able to have will be a refund to get the money if you did the medical already, you are told to do the medical. So, and to prove that, you have to be very careful. But this is different kind of law office in LA. They had the retainer agreement. It is hereby agreed like by somebody, I don't know to mention the name, that lawyer sees from this attorney in coordination of other, they are going to they are going to do the federal mandamus joint action, whatever, to be filled on or about July 8, 2020. The attorney fees will be $2,000. That is the attorney fee. And they said the client will pay initial deposit of $1,000 to the attorney to begin work, and the additional $1,000 will become due after visa insurance of the DV lottery winner. So if they give you, but later when you get the visa, you'll be paying another $1,000. Attorneys will commence work when the initial deposit is received. So you have to pay $1,000 to start the lawsuit. If they don't win, it's over. If you win, they give you the visa, you pay the rest of $1,000. I told the person, please don't pay anybody. You are not going to win. This is over. The person said, I don't have the money. Just tell you I don't have the money, whatever, and hear from them. The attorney said, okay, the amount will be $2,000, but the client will pay an initial deposit of $0 for the attorney visa to begin, and the addition of $2,000 will become due after visa insurance. So if this person could go quick and pay $1,000, it was taken away. So be careful. Not every lawyer, whatever, they are going to do this one. And even if you don't pay, if this lawsuit they are going to win, it will be for all winners. It's not going to all 10 people who filed the lawsuit. It will be the lawsuit will be going to benefit every winner. So whether you are part of it, you paid the money, you didn't pay the money, if the decision comes from the court, if they win, it will be everybody, the winner of the DV lottery 2020 will be given the green card. It will be not because you paid the lawyer. So my advice, don't pay the lawyer on this lawsuit, because the benefit will come for everybody. And these are the principles of the lawsuit. It comes to everybody, not just for 2 people or 3 people who were part of it. So thank you so much. Remember to subscribe on YouTube channel and share these videos. Thank you, everyone.